Welcome to my channel English Literature. We have already started Purple Hibiscus by Adichie. So today in part 2 we'll read about the other aspects of Purple Hibiscus. The significance of the name Purple Hibiscus. Why the novel is called Purple Hibiscus? Aunt Euphemia's little garden next to the veranda of her flat in Nuska began to lift the silence. The silence is a very recurrent theme, or you can say very prominent theme of this novel. This recurrent silence. So in Aunt Euphemia's house, the silence was began to lift, and Jaja's defiance seemed to me now like Aunt Euphemia's experimental purple hibiscus. Okay, you understand? So, purple hibiscus is related with Jaja's rebellion, and purple hibiscus is related with the breaking of silence. So, purple hibiscus, that uncommon color of the hibiscus, is now related with breaking of silence. The silence that was brooding over the Adichie family and mainly with the characters, they are now breaking their silence and they are now started talking. A rare fragment with the undertones of freedom. So you can understand, it is not only breaking of silence, it is also telling of freedom. So purple hibiscus is related to breaking of silence and is related to freedom. It is rare, and it is rare that why it is so powerful. From the one the crowds waving green leaves chanted at Government Square after the coup. Freedom to be and freedom to do. Yes, we all love freedom. And we all fight for freedom. Silently or violently, we all fight for freedom. And here Jaja violently fight for freedom while Beatrice, the mama, silently fight for freedom. Okay, we'll get that. So the force, the power that makes the silence echoed in the Adichie family was not a flesh and blood character, but a rare species of hibiscus. So here the rebellion that came in Adichie family was not through a flesh and blood character, but through a rare species of hibiscus, that is purple hibiscus. And purple hibiscus stands for a voice, for freedom, for rebellion, determination, and for identity. And after visiting the land of purple hibiscus, what is the land of purple hibiscus? That is Aunt Euphemia's house. That is the land of purple hibiscus, and that is in Nuska. And Jaja protested against the autocracy of Papa. And Kambili came to her maturity. So, Kambili, Jaja, and even Mama, she mustered the courage, the strength to come out from the circle of brutality, where she was locked for a long time silently. So, silence is breaking. For whom? Silence is breaking for Jaja. Silence is breaking for Mama. And silence is breaking for Kambili. Kambili is also protecting her grandfather's picture, even to the cost of her death, severe injury. She can be dead, she may be dead, but when father was kicking her constantly till she became unconscious. So these three characters who were till then strangulated under Papa's violence or Papa's rule became what? They became Protestant. They started protesting. Now we'll look at the symbols. The first most important symbol here is the figurines. I have told you before in our first lecture that figurines play a very vital role in this novel. The novel begins with the breaking of the figurines of Mama. Father throws the missile to Jaja, who refused to go to commune, and that's why father became angry and he throws his missile and the figurines just break down. Whenever Mama was beaten and had her miscarriage, she polished the figurines like an obsession. Just to get a miscarriage, she just came in the house from hospital, and that scene, just Kambili just look at her Mama, that Mama is just polishing the figurines after coming from the hospital after her miscarriage. Just what like stoic, subservient, fragile Mama. She is trying to taking solace, taking shelter in that glass figures. But when they get broken, she refused to replace them. She tells that she did no longer need them. Okay. Just like the figurines, Mama is also delicate, soft, and submissive. So those glass figures are what? They are fragile. And this fragility is in the character of Mama. Okay. So with the breaking of the figurines, Mama's delicacy is also broken. And from her glass house, she comes out. This is the most beautiful part of this novel. And the most beautiful symbol of this novel. And most powerful symbol is obviously purple hibiscus. As we told that discussed in the significance of title in details, that how purple hibiscus dominate the novel by breaking the silence, by giving courage to the characters. Purple hibiscus stands for the changing of scenario. From Aunt Ifyoma's house, Kambili brings it to Papa. Actually, it is not Kambili. Kambili was also there, but actually, Jaja brings it to Papa Eugene's house. They both brings, and it was Jaja's initiative, I think, so, very much. He just brings them and places them in the fridge to avoid Papa's glance. But he told Papa about that, but he did not want that Papa will be get too much involved with the thought that Jaja brings something from that hidden house and he may throw them out. So he just kept them safe in the fridge. And when father will be out, he will just put them in the garden. So brings back her voice that she loses in her own house. So the purple hibiscus, an uncommon color for the flowered hibiscus, stands for voice, for freedom, for maturity, and for protest. Lipstick. Lipstick. Okay. Lipstick Kambili for the first time in her life sees lipstick in Aunt Ifyoma's house when Amaka's friends came to their house. Amaka's friends came to their house. They were so much jubilant, enthusiastic, and so free. They're gossiping, chatting, talking with themselves, sharing their thoughts about talking about their hairstyle, their lipstick, their dresses. Those everything was so uncommon, so odd for Kambili, because in her house she was not allowed to even close her bedroom. They share no privacy because it is the rule of Papa that Papa can enter and go in every room anytime, anywhere, and the lock keys are with Papa. So they have no personal identity. So she observed the bold presence of the lipstick in their lips and in the lips of the women, and realizes the distinguished identity of a female apart from the male. So lipstick here stands for what? Lipstick here stands for the identity of women. Okay. The identity that a female celebrates apart from the male. Now pumps. palm represents staunch religious rituals. The novel begins in what? In Palm Sunday. Novel begins in Palm Sunday, and Palm Sunday is very sacred to them. So palm represents staunch religious ritual, that Papa is the follower of staunch religious rituals. And those are heartless. They are heartless because when Mama refused to go because Mama was pregnant and she was in her last stage of pregnancy, she was feeling very ill. But father forced her to attend the palm ceremony, and after that, as she refused, she was beaten by Papa and she got her miscarriage. The palm leaves which are used in Palm Sunday stands for the cruel, heartless Papa. So you can understand the palm leaf stands for cruel, heartless Papa and his religion. Now the next symbol, that is, it is the blood. Okay. Blood is found in the stairs when Mama gets a miscarriage. And we have already told that how this blood, the stain of blood in the stairs affected Kambili's thought. And it was due to the beating of Papa. Again, blood replaces the black words on the leaves of the book that Kambili reads. And that's why Kambili comes second in exam. She cannot be first for this time because whenever she tried to read, she feels that the words are becoming bloody. They are dancing in blood and getting blood in front of her vision. Now, I find if you have read Chinua Achebe's Okonkwo in Things Fall Apart, there's a character Okonkwo. If you read Chinua Achebe Things Fall Apart, and I suggest that you must read Chinua Achebe Things Fall Apart, because Adichie's novel also start with this phrase, things fall apart. Have you noticed? So, there will find a similarity between these two characters, Okonkwo and Adichie, Eugene. Achebe's Okonkwo and Adichie's Eugene, they both characters, they are similar, but again they are dissimilar. Now we'll discuss that. Things started to fall apart at home. The novel, Adichie's novel, start with this line. Things started to fall apart at home when my brother Jaja did not go to communion and Papa flung his heavy missile across the room and broke the figurines on the itagere. Okay. The novel starts with the phrase things fall apart that alludes to Chinua Achebe's masterpiece Things Fall Apart. And Chinua Achebe's Okonkwo has a great similarity with Adichie's Eugene, Papa. They both hate their father. So what is the point of their similarity of character? They both hate their fathers. While Okonkwo loathed his father for his laziness, but the point of hating is different. Okonkwo hated his father for the reason that is his laziness and failure in his life. He was just a flute player. He used to play flute whole day and did not mend any of his work, and a great burden was upon him, and he was a failed man. He used to borrow money from others and never give them back. So Eugene avowed his, but here Eugene avowed his father for being a heathen. Eugene is Christian, and Eugene's father, Papa Nuko, he was not Christian, he was pagan. He was follower of his own rituals, his own identity. That's why Eugene hated his father, because he did not convert to Christianity. So they both hate their father. That is the common point. But the reason behind that loathing is totally different. Because you can, if you read Things Fall Apart, you will find that Okonkwo hated the Christianity, the missionaries' tendency to convert the Igbo community in Christianity. Even Okonkwo's son, he also get converted to Christianity. without Okonkwo's permission. So Okonkwo, even at the end, Okonkwo will suicide, killed himself, but did not submissive. Did not he feel that if I did not kill myself, I have to submit to the humiliation of the Christian missionaries. So Okonkwo did not do that. He even takes his own life, not to get touched by the Christian beliefs. So he was also a strong supporter of his idealism and his religion, like Eugene, but that was another way. But they were different in their concept of conversion to Christianity, that I told you. Though Okonkwo's son Naomi joined the missionaries against his father's wish, Eugene did the same. Unlike Eugene, Okonkwo never bowed his head towards the colonizers, rather he welcomed his death. So when Ifeoma said that Eugene, you are the product of colonization. Eugene was the product of colonization, but Okonkwo was not that. Okay, now we'll discuss the major characters. We are already introduced with them. The most silent but the most powerful character here is Kambili, and through her vision we visit the novel. She takes us in her firm grief, and she just shows us all the other characters and incidents of this novel. She is a 12 years old girl when the novel starts, and she is the narrator of the novel. We probe into other characters through her eyes. She is also filled with guilt, remorse, and fear. She tries hard to make her father feel happy and proud of her. It was her constant struggle to make her father feel proud and happy. Okay. And next is Jaja. His original name is Chukwuka Achiki, a tongue twister. He is Kambili's elder brother. He is 15 years old. He is openly rebellious towards father, just unlike Kambili. He does not attend the religious ceremony going against his father. At the end of the novel, he takes the blame for his mother's crime of poisoning his father to death to save her. So he is a responsible. He has too much responsibility towards her mother, and he is also sensible. He can feel. He can feel how much his mother had suffered throughout the years. And after 3 years in jail, he gets released through an amnesty. Now we will talk about the most powerful character, that is Papa Eugene Achike. The father character is a traditionalist and devout Catholic. He is a rich factory owner and also the publisher of a newspaper that talks directly against the corruption of government. He is a conflicting character. We have already discussed that he is a conflicting character. On the one hand, he is tyrannical, authoritarian in his theory of punishment, a staunch follower of the Catholic religion, and on the other hand, he is brave in his defiance of the dictatorial, oppressive government. In public eyes, he is a good person with his benevolence and uprightness. But he is just the opposite in his family. He is again a product of colonialism. He heralds the superiority of Western culture over his own. Okay. He abandoned his Igbo language and talks in highly accentuated English language. Not Igbo, he talks in highly accentuated English language. And he also uh, encouraged, even ordered his children to always talk in English, not in Igbo. Okay. So, this is a mistake. Even his children are strictly ordered to talk in English. He also abhors his father for his worshipping of gods of wood and nature, that is called heathen culture or heathen religion. For him, his father was a failure because he did not get converted to Christianity and cannot welcome the Christian beliefs and ideas and lifestyles. He believes that God is punishing everyone through his hand. That's why he always beat his wife and pour hot water in the feet of his children and abuses them, beats them unnecessarily. Because he thinks that God is punishing them. And his abuses are necessary to save the soul of his family member. So, actually, see, he's just a blind character. Blind. He's totally blind. In his support, in his thought of religion, she religiously totally blind. She thinks that God is punishing everyone through his hand. So blind orthodox religion, superstition, you can call that, he's a follower of it. He's judgmental, he's severely orthodox and even brutal in his treatment towards his family. And now we'll talk about Mama Beatrice Acheke. She's a timid, submissive character, totally contrast, who only cares for her children and her husband. She plays the role of silent nurturer and caregiver. She always take care of the children, her husband, and the people who come in their house and take the household things. She's just that. And she has no voice until the end of the novel. Even the murder, even the killing by poisoning her husband, that was also silently. So you can express your voice silently. She proves that. She suffered several miscarriages for Papa's violence. Even then, she feels grateful to him because Papa has not abandoned her for other wives. It was the ritual and common practices of the Nigerian Igbo community that they can marry another woman for getting son. But Papa did not do that. Papa lived with Beatrice, and so that Beatrice was so grateful, she just sacrificed his life under the beating up and violence of Papa. And she tells Kambali about this. She feels trapped. Actually, what happens? The character of Beatrice, the mama character, she actually feels trapped. She feels trapped in her thought, the two-way thought. That is the conflict of father's character. The conflict character that on the one hand she is popular to the common people, but on the other hand he is violent. The conflict in Papa's character focuses in the conflict of Beatrice's mind. On the one hand, Beatrice is experience violence, beating, cruelty for her and for her children. On the other hand, people are saying, "Oh, what a good husband you have got, Beatrice." So, when Ifeoma again and again told her that not to tolerate anymore and to earn from Papa, Beatrice could not get the courage to do that because he is trapped between the bigotry of father's character. Okay, he is a powerful, influential man who is outwardly a perfect man, but a terrific monster for the family. So if she goes, people will say wrong about him, wrong about her. That's such a good husband. What a husband she get. And even the husband did not leave her for other women. Such an honorable person, and Beatrice just left. This thought just trapped her in this family. So she get confused when people say how lucky she is to get such a husband. So you understand the oscillation, the dithering condition of Beatrice. Now we'll discuss about two papists. Okay. One is Father Benedict, who is just like Father Eugene, staunch follower of religion and orthodox conservationist, and other is Father Amadi. Okay. And Father Amadi is a young and handsome Nigerian priest, and Kambali falls in love with him. He respects his Nigerian root and blends church song with his Igbo song. That is his specialty, and he even can play football. Okay, he even can play football. Sorry, some disturbance. So he incorporates the Western and Nigerian cultures together in his religious practices. He is the new generation priest who does not believe in conservative, harsh, lifeless rituals. So when Kambili falls in love with him, he treats her affectionately and maturely without hurting her adolescent sentiments. I tell this before, that without hurting her adolescent sentiments. Father Benedict, on the other hand, is severe and staunch conservative, like his follower Papa Eugene. He prefers strict rules and rituals to human life and sentiment. So this is the characteristic of Papa Eugene also. Now the character is Aunt Euphemia. I love her for her protesting voice. And Aunt Euphemia has lost her husband, but that never. I feel that that loss haunts her. She is always bold and she is always brave and courageous and she is smart. And Euphemia is for Papa's sister, who is a stark contrast to him. She is a professor at a university. She is the cultivator of purple hibiscus. So Aunt Euphemia is the cultivator of purple hibiscus, and Aunt Euphemia is the cultivator of thought, rebellion, free thinking, freedom. She is outspoken and liberal. She is brave and a doughty character. She openly criticizes her brother as a product of colonialism. She even criticizes her university as well as the Nigerian government. And that's why she was just banished from the university. She is unlike the other female characters. The other female characters, like Beatrice, she is not like that. She is loving, forgiving, and kind. She is a voice for women. She also encouraged her children to speak up their minds, unlike her brother. She also helps Jaja and Kambili to get their voices that was till then strangulated by their father. She tells them that here it will be my rule, not your father's schedule. Okay. Now grandfather Nukuoko Achike. Nukuoko Achike, he is the father of Eugene, the papa, and Aunt Euphemia. He is not a colonial product. And unlike his son, he still believes in traditional ways and Nigerian ancestry. He refuses to convert to Christianity. Okay, today I think it is enough. The next day we'll read about the other aspects of purple hibiscus. I think you are enjoying it. Okay, and you must read this purple hibiscus and also things fall apart. So bye for now.